Today, May 25th, 1 Kings 10 and 11, 2 Chronicles 9, and Romans chapter 6. We're going to go back to 1 Kings, and we'll see here in chapter 10 perhaps the highlight or the high point of Solomon's reign. And it's still early on, and things are rolling, and he's rolling in it. And then in chapter 11, we see this turn. So what happens in chapter 10 says, the Queen of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon concerning the name of the Lord. And that's an interesting thing to connect, right? It's not just Solomon is a great guy, but it's concerning the name of the Lord. People recognize everywhere he is who he is, and because of the Lord. She came to test him with hard questions. Verse 6, she said to the king, the report was true that I had heard in my own land of your words and of your wisdom, but I did not believe the reports until I came and my own eyes had seen it. Behold, the half was not told me. Your wisdom and prosperity surpassed the report that I heard. Happy are your men. Happy are your servants who continually stand before you and hear your wisdom. Blessed be the Lord your God, who has delighted in you and set you on the throne of Israel, because the Lord loved Israel forever. He has made you king, that you may execute justice and righteousness. There's some wisdom that she's portraying and saying, maybe gets lost. Maybe in translation, or maybe just in, the rest of the chapter retelling and recounting the wealth of Solomon. Blessed be the Lord your God, who has delighted in you and set you on the throne. Yeah. This isn't all because you are all that in a candy bar, Solomon. She recognized he had wisdom, he had riches, and everyone's happy and everyone's joyful and just astounded. But in and through all of that, she recognizes some way, somehow, the Lord's at work. And it's that remembrance that God works in us. So what was the problem then? Why? It seems like if you just stopped in chapter 10, you're like, people come from far away, they're amazed, they're astounded, and he's got great wealth. Chapter 11 says this, now King Solomon loved many foreign women. Verse 2, from the nations concerning which the Lord had said to the people of Israel, you shall not enter into marriage with them. Solomon clung to these in love. He had 700 wives who were princesses and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. For when Solomon was old, his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not wholly true to the Lord, his God, as was the heart of David, his father. Verse 6, Solomon did what was evil in the sight of the Lord and did not wholly follow the Lord. And he's going to keep going since God's angry with him. He's not going to tear the kingdom away for the sake of David. Now quickly things change. It says when he was old, but you don't just wake up one day and go, well, I'm done with the Lord, right? There's this gradual decline. The veil gets lifted. And sometimes it appears that way to us. And we think someone's really wholeheartedly following the Lord. And then all of a sudden there's a turn, and you go, what just happened? But it's because there's been things building up, like a volcano, and no one can see it until it blows. And that's why it's important for us to be real with one another, to be willing to ask hard questions, and to be not afraid of them, and to recognize that we need one another to ask those hard questions, to exhort each other into humility and to purity and righteousness, and to be able to say anything and to not hide things from others. We can hide it very well for so long, but eventually it's going to come out. And we have a choice how that looks, whether it's explosive or whether it comes out because we've repented. And I think what we see here with Solomon was his heart's turned from the Lord, and it was likely this gradual decline of walking in His ways, to go after other gods. Till next time, keep growing little by little.